like to welcome all of you to the 16th anniversary.
17th
anniversary of the ceremony for the Middle Passage. It's exciting to see all of you here in such large numbers. And our ancestors, those who perished in the Middle Passage, they hear us. They know that we're here. And this assemblage is a declaration that Africa did not die, did not perish, did not disappear with our being captured, enslaved, and brought to this part of the world. What Africa did, in fact, was to expand. We expanded in a way that empowers us to be a light, a beacon in the world in this time when the world is in darkness and need the kind of light that we know emanates from Africa. It's a pleasure to be in our village today, and I want each of you to mark this moment and to know that we are a village. If you doubt that, look around. Look around. We are villagers. They came into our villages, captured us, destroyed them. We are here today to reassemble families, to strengthen our villages and our communities. I thank you. I would like to invite the elder in the group to give us permission to carry on with the rest of today's festivities. If you're, where do we start with this? I don't want to get knocked upside my head. 'Cause
71 next week.
71. Anybody over 71? 75. Anybody over 75? Myrtle, how old are you?
Over 75.
Myrtle, you over 75. Myrtle Glasgow, please stand up. For those of you who don't know Myrtle Glasgow, Myrtle is the former person at Avery, the director of Avery Research. The first, let me rephrase that. The first executive director of Avery Research Center. And, Myrtle has left, and she came back to reclaim her seat as our village elder. So, with your permission, elder, we carry on. Ashe.
Ashe.
You have your programs. Anybody doesn't have a program? All right, let's make note of them folks, J.O., Deborah. We get some programs make sure you get one. Once again, I'm Ase Chandler, and I'm speaking on behalf of my son, Cheo. Cheo, raise your hand. He's to give the occasion today. 17 years ago, Brother Adiemi, a good brother from the East up in Brooklyn, came forward and asked us in a meeting with Quadro Campbell, Deborah Wright, myself, and Reverend Alexander Ravenel. We agreed to conduct a remembrance program here in Charleston because, as it has been said, this is where most of the Africans that came into this country, into North America, came through these ports. So it's very significant that we have this event here. Subsequent to that time, people coming and visiting us and hearing about what we've been doing, these libation ceremonies have extended to Georgetown for their first time this year, Ethiopia, Tanzania, Portobello, Panama, even Brazil, which we forgot to put on, my bad. Brazil, Oakland, California, Hampton, Virginia, Panama, Portobello, Panama, and other places. It is growing exponentially. We are, and Ghana, thank you. Anybody else? And it uplifts my heart to know that we once again have done something positive that will continue beyond our time. As you know, many of you know that in the past this event often occurred on my wife's birthday, and so I had to excuse myself for the past 4 years when my eldest son Ezekiel conducted this. But I'm getting better now. Thank you all. And because I'm wearing her hat, this one with the smiley face with the dreadlocks, I got this on. I'm strengthened to be here with you today. In just a little bit, we'll have a libation. Sister Helen Phillips will conduct that. At that time, just before that time, you will be directed to the table over here. Quadra, raise your hand. To the table there with some flowers. If you have not bought any flowers or fruits to put on the cloth that's that.
welcome to the floor. Okay? So we are doing lamba. Okay? If the spirit so moves you, please join. Lamba.
if we got together as a village more often, some of the things that ail us and that causes us pain and sickness and confusion will disappear.
Yes, sir.
So I invite all of you and each of you, those who are in the village for the first time, to return, and those of you who are regular members of the village, to keep pumping it up, keep bringing folks into the village, keep getting the knowledge that we need so that we can unshackle our minds. You see, Denmark Vesey's insurrection and some of the other insurrections that Dr. Teju talked about earlier today was for the liberation of our bodies, so that our bodies will be freed from those chains. That was the insurrection in 1821. 22, excuse me. We need an insurrection of our minds in this day and time. So, in the same tone that Denmark Vesey and his comrades called into existence the energy for the change that was needed at that time, I use my voice, I use my Ase. And those of you who know, Ase is the power that's given to you by God to call things into existence, and they shall be. I use my Ase, given to me by God Almighty, and call into existence today the insurrection of our minds, so that another generation will not suffer in the way that we witness our people suffering these days. So it is declared this day that our minds are unshackled and that we are all enlisted in the insurrection so that we can march forward. Ashe.
Ashe.
All right, at this time I got a few announcements to make. Number one, Coach Bob Small wrote an article in this week's Chronicle. If you haven't seen it yet, we have some extras over here at the table. If you're sitting at the table with the Chronicle, yeah, okay, right there.
Keep passing it around. Keep passing it around. She's down.
Oh, and Sister Rashida, come forward, Rashida, where are you? Right there in the middle. I see her. She's going to accept donations because these flowers that you're going to take in just a few minutes and fruit and etc. were purchased by donations from last year's participants. So she'll be over here by the fruit and flowers. And Brother Quadro, come forward. He's going to instruct you on how to get your offering for the libation.
And if you still haven't touched the Get Involved book and you want to, it is here.
Get Involved book, is that what that is?
Yes, the Get Involved book. Get Involved, Charleston Middle Passage Remembrance 2015 and beyond.
That's Sister Brenda. Everybody knows, should know you. If you don't, you will, Sister Brenda. All right, make sure you get on this information so we can keep you up to date. What you're going to do when you grab the offering, you want to line up at the table. Donald, could you raise your hand? That's where the line is going to start. You will grab your offering. Make sure you say a prayer blessing to the offering for the ancestors. And you will walk around this way. If you want someone to bring the offering to your elders, you will do that as well.
your footage going to be available to us? I didn't take it. Just drop it on the table. Thank you. I can't go hunting.
Reminder that you should pray. You should make your offering, pray. Pray for relief from those things that ail you. At least not right now. I prayed for that increase. You got it.
Is the table empty? I'm looking for the book. Oh, somebody must have it. Is the table empty?
Who has the Get Involved book? We got some more people who want to sign up. Raise your hand if you have the Get Involved book. carry it, so that's what we do like that.
Yeah.
Drummers will assemble.
Hey, let me get this picture. Let me get this gangster picture.
That's right.
Chucktown gangster. Chucktown gang. Hold on. One more time. Chucktown gang. Hold on. I got I'm a gangster too, man. Damn, why I'm so short, though?
All right, I got 3 minutes. You got 11 minutes.
All right, 11 minutes. When we do it, we carry it over there.
Getting ready to go to the next phase of our program, the libation. This is the linchpin of the remembrance program. We do this libation in synchronicity with all those places we listed before. What that means is we're praying together in an international way. Brother Dr. O and Sister Helen will conduct the libation. And then after we do the libation, elders, clergy, and others will have an opportunity to speak for 1 to 3 minutes. What numbers did I say?
1 to 3 minutes.
A little bit louder.
1 to 3 minutes.
Okay, so that as many as want to speak will have an opportunity to speak. After that, the drums will lead us up on the cove, and we'll place these offerings that you have made onto the water. Dr. O?
Well, all the priests, priestesses, and elders come forward first, and then we want everybody else to come and pray with us as we pour these libations. So please come forward.
Tell Obama Jubilee.
Excuse me, some of those elders need to be escorted, so some of your young brothers can help the elders. See that young brother? He's doing his job. Everybody else, please come around. Please come forward. Come forward. Your ancestors need to hear from you. They hadn't heard from you in a long time. Some of you they ain't never heard from.
That's it.
Get on up. Get on up. That's right. That's right. Let them hear you. Let them hear you. Talk to them. Thank them. Thank them. Thank them. Thank them. Yes, yes, you're standing on their shoulders. Thank them. Thank them. That's right. That's right. Let them know how much we care. That's right. That's right. Thank them. That's right. That's right. That's right. 1 minute. 1 minute. All right. Praise them. Praise them. Praise them. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. They hear you. They hear you. That's right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. All right, we're pouring the libation.
Omi tutu, ana tutu,
Ashe,
ile tutu,
ashe,
tutu la roje,
Ashe.
tutu egun,
Ashe.
bakosi ku, kosi arun, kosi
Ashe.
eo, kosi ofo, kosi akoba, kosi edina, kosa araye, kosi firibo, aiku babawa.
Ashe.
Mojuba lofi,
Ashe.
mojuba, bogbo orisha,
Ashe.
mojuba, bogbo egun.
Ashe.
All of the children, the women, and men who became Eguns during the Middle Passage.
Ashe.
We salute all of the Eguns who are the ancestors of them and of us, because they're all our ancestors.
Ashe.
So I'd like for you to call out the names of your people who have made their transition. Okay. Ibae, Ibae, Ibae,
Philip Simmons,
Ibae,
William Simmons,
Ibae,
Earth Porche,
Ibae,
Robert Porche,
Ibae,
Arthur Porche,
Ibae, 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 Ibae,
Keep calling them, they're hearing you. Keep calling them.
Ibae, 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 Toru, Ashe,
Ashe. Everybody say Ashe.
Ashe.
All right. Are there any clergy in the house that would like to say something to the people? Please come forward.